Good morning, Chairman Graham, Councilmember Bonds. My name is Maggie Ryden, and I'm here to testify today on behalf of the DC Alliance of Youth Advocates, a coalition of over 130 youth-serving organizations here in the district. Over the course of this morning, you will hear much about the impressive impact that trust-funded organizations have on the lives of our city's most under-resourced children and youth. You'll hear about the ongoing efforts to coordinate and strengthen youth-serving agencies through the One City initiative, internal and external improvements to oversight and accountability, and the role the Trust has and must continue to play in professionalizing positive youth development services here in the district. The Trust was created to ensure that district youth had consistent access to high-quality youth development programming. A robust public-private intermediary can play a pivotal role in ensuring coordinated youth service development activities. It blends multiple funding streams, and it effectively targets services and elevates the quality of programming through intentional efforts to professionalize each facet of the youth development sector. Since the Trust performance hearing of last year, CYITC has continued to make progress in fully realizing this mission. The work undertaken by Trust staff as part of the One City initiative is a strong example of their effort to coordinate cross-sector initiatives in a data-driven and outcomes-focused manner. Through consistent outreach and effective communication, the Trust was able to coordinate 27 agencies and numerous community stakeholders to provide summer programming to over 19,000 children and youth. This year, the initiative has evolved further to include school year coordination and data collection efforts. In a city that suffers from the siloing of services, policy, and funding, particularly as it relates to children and youth, an overarching body able to facilitate meaningful collaboration, track funding, and report on collective outcomes is critically important. The need for a robust convener able to set the vision and coordinate these activities, streamline funding for positive youth development programming, has been a recurring theme in DCAYA's testimony over the last few years. It's my hope that through intentional development, goal setting, and coordination between this effort and the parallel coalition Raise DC, focused on education outcomes, the district will achieve a truly global approach to youth development. DCAYA applauds the leadership of the Trust and the ongoing work of relevant government agencies to realize this goal. In addition to this important focus, the Trust has continued to focus on improving the transparency and accountability of its grant-making processes. Member organizations report that the rigor of financial reporting expectations in particular has increased, although there is still work to be done, as evidenced by a GAO report reviewing weaknesses in the Department of Education and Trust execution of the Scholarship Opportunity Fund. The efforts in this arena have addressed many of the concerns that defined previous performance hearings. Finally, Trust leadership has indicated a commitment to expanding their youth development training curriculum. Members have consistently reported that CYITC's Advancing Youth Development Training is one of their primary strengths and is of tremendous value. Building off this expertise, the Trust launched the Center for Excellence in Youth Development. This certificate program is the first step in a larger initiative to professionalize the field of youth development and elevate the quality of youth development programming at both the community-based and agency levels. The Trust has continued to evolve and fully embrace the opportunity of the last year to examine their role and strengthen their operations, with the goal to refocus their work. With that in mind, DCAYA would like to make the following recommendations. Once more, we implore the Mayor and Council to alter the current legislation guiding the composition of the Trust Board, removing all suggestion or perception of political influence in Trust grant making, and empowering existing leadership to identify and fill organizational needs independently through a robust and engaged board is best practice. Second, while the Trust budget mark has remained consistent at $3 million in recent years, they have benefited from as-needed public investments to support the Summer Initiative, the Summer Grants Initiative, the One City Initiative, and the Center for Excellence in Youth Development. These infusions have resulted in an annual budget of between $8 and $9 million. This budget mark is on par with comparable cities, including Baltimore. However, the ad hoc distribution of funds is inefficient. A clear and consistent annual funding level at this budget mark will strengthen the Trust and its grantees' operation and execution and add additional transparency to the Trust budget. Finally, the Trust should continue to solicit input from community partners via routine focus groups. In the fall of 2013, DCAYA spent a significant amount of time convening youth and community providers to help inform our advocacy agenda for this year. These conversations led to a variety of agency-level recommendations. With regard to the Trust, organizations reported the need and opportunity to revise average daily attendance requirements for older youth. made repeated requests to ensure access to grantee scoring sheets in instances where a grant application is declined, and finally, continued growth in the participation of the community in the One City Initiative. I'll conclude there. In short, the Trust has made tremendous gains. We value their role as an intermediary and appreciate their efforts to pull agency partners in a meaningful way. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ryden, for your testimony today and all of your good work.